Hey everyone, welcome back. I want to take you back to my story. Imagine it's 2021, your crypto portfolio has actually hit almost 500,000, and you're feeling on top of the world, thinking, yes, I made it. You start planning getting a new car, your new life, planning vacations, but then guess what? The market crashes, and you actually watch your portfolio nosedive. Suddenly, that dream you had of financial freedom feels like it's really slipping away. Because that was me. I was riding high at almost $500,000 and then back down to almost zero. I'm going to give you the roadmap to make sure your next bull run doesn't end up in a face plan like mine did. So let me take you back to 2021. The market was booming, and I felt like every trade I made turned into gold. The market was basically on easy mode. My portfolio was climbing, but there was one thing I overlooked, and this was the crypto cycle. And what goes up must come down. And in crypto, it can come down really fast. And we were sitting right here. Honestly, I remember it perfectly. It's back in November 2021. And I actually thought, we had just hit a peak. The first peak around April 2021 for Bitcoin, and we came back down, and then we recovered. I thought I had one more time, when it went down here. And guess what? Before I knew it, the market really crashed down to its very lows, and I watched most of my gains disappear. In this bull run, the key to understanding the cycles and timing, the most important thing, your cash out moments. It's not just about making the money. It's about keeping it. So don't make the same mistake that I did. Know when to take profits, have a plan, and set yourself up for the long run. To be honest, it's really easy to look at yourself, to see your wallet, and it looks like you have a lot of money, some nice little numbers on the screen. But until you actually realize those profits, they're just that. They're just numbers on the screen. The takeaway from that is, I know I've spoken about it. Look at the rainbow charts. This is a perfect example of how the markets move in 4-year cycles. And yes, I understand how people are saying, well, this cycle is going to be different. Blah, 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 blah. They've said that every single time. And the market hasn't proven otherwise just yet. So if history keeps repeating itself, this is your best example right here. So follow the rainbow chart, and guess what? My bet, my money is on this cycle is going to repeat yet again. Now, for how long it's going to do it, I'm not sure. So let me give you an example that I guess everybody knows. You guys remember Michael Jordan? He wasn't just the greatest basketball player of all times because of his talent. He was actually obsessed with basketball. Jordan famously said, "I've failed over and over again in my life, and that's why I succeed." While other athletes were dabbling in other sports or side projects, Jordan was living, breathing, and sleeping basketball. And sure, you got me. He actually tried baseball, but guess what? Didn't really go that great, and he came right back to dominate basketball because that's where he put his full focus. And the same goes for crypto. If you're actually trying to balance stocks, businesses, and every shiny object that comes your way, you'll lose sight of the game. Focus on crypto, go all in, and just like Jordan, you'll come out on top. Everyone's on one or two islands, or at least this is how I like to think about it. Pain Island is where you're broke. You hate your job, and everything feels like a struggle. And Pleasure Island is where life is easy. You have a nice car, you can take vacations, you have a beautiful house. But how do you get there? Now, by playing this bull run smartly, I crossed the bridge to Pleasure Island once, but I didn't cash out. So I ended up back on Pain Island. And let me tell you, it wasn't fun. Now, sure, I actually made it out a lot sooner than just waiting for the bull run. Now you can argue I got lucky, or maybe I actually had a plan. I believe it's because I had a plan, but regardless, that's not the point here. I want you to really think about this. And let me paint another picture. I know you've heard the story about the guy who wins the lottery and blows it all in a few years, right? Well, that's what happens when you don't plan. And if you make it big in this bull run, don't let comfort kill your gains. There's this old saying, I believe, says nobody goes broke by taking profits. So if you keep investing, you stay disciplined, and you don't go back to square one, it's like having millions in the bank but eating frozen pizzas from farm foods because you didn't think long term, if that makes sense. Oh, and by the way, most of the people that actually win the lottery, they actually go bankrupt, or at least that's what the statistics say. You know, about 70% of them. I actually knew a lady back many years ago when $500,000 was a lot of money. I saw her blow it all because she actually won the lottery at a gas station, and I saw her go broke in under 1 year. And it was really sad to see, but guess what? It can happen to anybody. Also, think about this. You also need to understand the importance of your environment and actually upgrading your circle. And what do I mean by that? Well, your environment can either motivate you or drag you down. When I upgraded to a better house, you know, things change. Suddenly I felt more driven, more focused. Waking up in a space that actually feels fresh and motivating makes all the difference in the world. And don't get me wrong, part of the reason why I don't show my face, at least for now, I don't care about flashing wealth or doing all those things. And to be honest, you know, you don't need a mansion. But trust me, a decent home where you feel good and will get you grinding like never before is actually a very important part of the equation. Again, I can tell you, you don't need all the vapid stuff like, oh, you need a Lambo, oh, you need the mansion, oh, you need all the nice watches. You know, your circle and the people who you surround yourself with is a lot more important than that. That's something a lot of people overlook. Sometimes you need to upgrade your circle of friends too. If there are people in your life that are dragging you down, or worse, actively trying to sabotage your efforts, or maybe that they actually want to see you fail, it's okay to let them go. It's gonna hurt at first, but you'll feel a weight lifted off your shoulders. Trust me. Surround yourself with the people who support your vision and push you to do better. So don't let negative energy hold you back. What's the takeaway from that? You know, motivation and living in a better environment can actually help. You don't need a mansion. You know, all that stuff is just vapid, basically for vanity. Again, it's okay to upgrade your circle of friends. Here's my main point from all this. Take profits this time or lose it all. And that's the bottom line. If you don't take the profits, the market will take them from you. In crypto, somebody has to lose for you to win. I've seen it, I've lived it, I've regretted it in the past. So make sure you set a target ahead of times. Cash out when it hits, and don't get greedy. So it's like ordering dessert after you've already stuffed. You might enjoy it for a second, but you're gonna regret it later. Greed can turn gains into losses extremely quickly. I know this has been a long video, but if there's one thing you can take away from this, just don't repeat my mistakes. Learn how to ride the cycles. Cash out and set yourself up for the future. Crypto is one of the best opportunities to change your life, but only if you play it smart. So cross that bridge to Pleasure Island, but don't forget to come back and cash out when the time is right. And then again, none of this is financial advice.
If I were to do this, if I even could do it, I'd need a guarantee. How do I know you can deliver?
You don't, but I can.
This is just the opinion of a random guy on the internet. And always do your own research. This is prime time for influencers to actually dump on you. Always protect your capital. And then again, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, share it with a friend who might need to hear this, and don't forget to subscribe if you like the content. I really hope it can help you navigate this crazy crypto world, or in the worst case scenario, just to hear me babble a little bit. In any case, I hope you get some value. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.